Hey, what's going on, guys? So you've seen the videos of everything from Japan, GBWC, and all that good stuff. Of course, I did have to buy some things. Now, I kept it pretty under control. I didn't buy a whole lot of kits or anything. We definitely saw plenty of awesome deals. Of course, when you're going around there in Akihabara, there's a lot of really nice price kits everywhere. But kept it, pretty low. Just got a whole bunch of tools and stuff. Did buy a couple of kits, but I'll show you everything I got here. Just kind of threw it all into a box here once I got home and got all unpacked. So let me just go through this in no real particular order. The first thing here, we got the new issue of Hobby Japan magazine. This one featuring this really awesome build here by Matt, which is pretty much the entire reason why I bought this magazine. These like monthly magazines usually just have like a lot of this stuff that's just kind of like new products and things like that, where I'm not really too interested in seeing like profiles on all the new products and stuff, because all that stuff's just online. It's not really anything all that really new. But we do have some really nice image galleries here of, it's showing a bunch of entries from the Orazaku Championship, sort of runners up, things like that. But it does have some nice profiles here of some of these winning kits, and then of course a bunch of photos here of the build from Matt. So awesome magazine. Basically, I was thinking about this the entire time we were there, buy it or don't buy it, and then I finally ended up buying it at the airport, because I thought, well, I got some time here to kill at the airport and I'll check it out on the flight. So I was reading this on the flight, actually. Alright, then as you guys saw from the GBWC after party there, we got a whole bunch of option parts, so I just got a small stack of those. These are all from the Bandai HG customized campaign, so there's different weapons, kind of small bazooka and rifle. This stuff is not really new, and I have a couple of them already, but just some more option weapons stuff is always handy. I got a new airbrush. This is from Mr. Hobby, the Pro Comboy LWA trigger type, double action, 0.5 milliliter. So, millimeter, sorry. This is basically just a 0.5 millimeter, so it's better for spraying large areas, larger parts. And the nice thing about this one too is that it also comes with a fan tip, so you get, instead of just a circular spray, you get like the wide fan spray. So yeah, for spraying bigger parts, like I got a couple of big kits that I'm thinking about working on here in the near future, this is definitely going to come in handy. So it's also got, of course, a larger cup for holding just more paint in there too, so this will be really nice to put to use. Did also get some blue balls while I was there in Japan, and I didn't know that these were even coming out until we got there. So they're sort of like the Gundam Exceed heads, but they're just these balls that you can put together, of course. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the blue type ones. This one I already opened and put together. I'll put it together here in a second to show you guys what they look like. Now, there was 5 types. There's just the regular blue one with the numbers either 1, 2, or 3 on this, so I got one of each of those. 1, 2, 3. But these I'm going to give away just to my Patreon patrons. The one that I'm going to keep for myself here is the orange type, the K-type ball from the 8MS team. This one has a little bit different part on it. It has the actual lights on the front of there, and it also has the gun on top. So yeah, let me just put this, I'll show you guys what it is. You just open that up and then all the parts are in here and you just put it together. Alright, there you go. That is how it's gonna look. So you can see the cannon here on the top will move side to side. You can also move that up and down. The little arms here will move up and down like that. And that is an actual clear part there. So if you were to put like an LED or something inside that, you could have light coming out of there. So you can see you got some hollow gaps in here, and it's pretty simple in terms of the details, but it's pretty cool, pretty nice for like kind of chibi little ball here like that. And so here is the K-type though. Actually, aside from just the lights on the top, it does also have the wench here on the front. It's different, it has the different cannons there on the top, and those will move individually a little bit tight there. And as you can see, the arm falling off a little bit, but those can move individually. And of course, the different style arms here, they have the extra little sub arm there on the bottom as well. And also a little bit of pre-painting. This orange here on the arms and the orange here on the wench on the front is all pre-painted orange on there, and actually doesn't quite match, as you can see, just straight out of the box. But I'm going to be painting this anyway. Oh, and I got the backpack parts upside down again. There we are. But yeah, these are pretty cool, I gotta say. Pretty cool little things, so hopefully they'll make some more of these in the future. One other gachapon thing that I did get here is one of the option part sets for the Exceed Zaku heads. I haven't gotten any of these before because I wasn't really all that interested in them. Basically, they just give you some different option parts for the Zaku 2 head, and one of the option sets is to make the Zaku 1, which it seems is what I got here. Which is good because I like the Exceed Zaku heads, but of the option parts I wasn't really too interested in a lot of them. But the ability to make a Zaku 1 head would be pretty cool, because at least I can make at least one of them. I still prefer the Zaku 2 head, but these would be nice. So you can see in there you got the different snoot part there that doesn't have the connections that go to the cabling, and then for the back of the head you have the little fin for the Zaku 1, the back of its head there, and a little bit different part here for around the base of that. It's a little bit more detailed base around the bottom of the head as well, and some parts that go inside the head are a little bit different there as well. So we'll do a video later on working on that build. We'll just convert the Zaku 2 head to a Zaku 1 and we'll paint it all up and everything. When we met up with Will, there actually is a couple things that he gave me. One of them is this 3D printed thing. I'm not sure how well you guys are gonna be able to see this. There you go. If I lower the camera settings there, maybe you guys can see that. It just says ZakuAurelius and has the logo there printed in this fluorescent yellow-green plastic there, so pretty cool. And then also one of these prizes here from one of the campaigns, I believe, at the convenience store. So it's just these little plates and you can win. They're in box art of any of these different options here, different master grade kits, and he gave one to each of us. The one that I got here was the master grade Strike Freedom box art here on this cool little dish plate there, like that. So I'll have to find a use for that, but that's pretty awesome. I got some paint here. Let's go through the paints that I got, shall we? Got some Gaia Notes paint here. These are from their Dogram series of paints. This is just lavender, which is a little bit different from their Gaia Notes regular lavender color, so that's why I picked that one up. And this one is purple gray. Actually, this one is not from Gaia Notes. This is, or it's not from the Dogram series. This is from. And this Nazca paint, which I found interesting, which is the Mandarin Orange, which was a Kotobukiya shop exclusive, which I've used on different kits before in like a larger size bottle. But it appears that they've repackaged the same color in just a regular kind of smaller size bottle, but it looks a little bit different from the one that was the Kotobukiya shop exclusive. So I wanted to try that out, see if it is really different. This one looks a little bit more dull, not quite as bright as it was before, but I'll check and find out. Alright, and then these two in the other box are also from the Dogram series. This would be mahogany, and over here is desert yellow, so a couple kind of brownish shades there. And then Gaia Notes, just Notes Flesh Pink is just a flesh tone color that I didn't have before. And then Mr. Hobby, Mr. Color UV Cut GX is super clear UV Cut flat, so it's just a flat top coat. And as you guys may know, I usually use Mr. Color just flat clear for all my top coating, like my final top coat, but Aaron recommended this to me, so I'm gonna give this a try and just see how it compares. I think it's gonna be pretty similar essentially, but we'll see. And then the rest of these are from the Mr. Color Lascivus series. Anyway, these are for skin tones. So skin tones, this is cocoa milk and white peach in this larger size bottle. And in the smaller size bottles, these are a little bit different here. This one is a clear pale orange, clear pale red, and this one also is clear, I believe too. Yeah, clear pale brown. So these are like the clear colors are for, it's a different kind of skin tone painting technique. So basically, if you like the clear color painting technique, these are just ones that you'll use already for that. Or if you want just the kind of regular, kind of just painting technique of just skin tone, we have these just different ones, cocoa milk and white peach, for some different skin tones. So that's it for the paints. Alright, and one of the kits that I've got here is from Volks. This is from the Vlockers series of kits. It's basically like Volk's own signature line of kind of similar to Frame Arms Girls kits. So there's a bunch of them, or there's a handful of them, I shouldn't say there's a bunch. There's a handful of them, and I've never built one before, and this is the newest one, and this one honestly looked the most interesting to me. It really sort of looks a lot like the Frame Arms Basilard kit, to be honest, kind of has similar sort of style to it. But this one, among them, looked like the most interesting, so just thought it's the newest, and it looks cool, so I'll try this one out. So I'll build this up here in the near future. I'll give you guys a review of this. I know these are a little bit harder to get outside of Japan. There's not a lot of sellers that sell them, obviously, with them being Volks made and exclusive kind of kits. So I'll give this a try and let you guys know what I think about it here in the near future. Alright, then another kit here is this tiny little guy here, which is the Grays kit, which you guys have actually seen me build before. But it was a lot of fun to build this kit. It's nice, simple, and goes together, you know, it's a pretty easy one to paint. So I found this for 200 yen. So I thought, alright, I don't mind getting another one of those. This will just be the clear version, so it's just the mini pla kit there of the grays. So there you go, got another one of those. I'll work on painting that one up as well. Maybe do a video on that, because I think last time I don't think I did like an actual work in progress video on it. I just showed you guys the finished product. So we'll do just a short video on that one as well. And then the only other real kits that I got here were a couple of minimum factory kits. Now these two are ones that I didn't have before. The two minimum factory Strike Witch kits, which I think were like a couple of the first ones in the line. So these two characters from Strike Witches, Mio Sakamoto and Yoshika Miyafumi. So if you guys didn't know about Strike Witches, they're the girls that have like the airplane legs like that. So there's that one, she's got a big gun. This one also has a kind of machine gun and sword in hand. So these were secondhand for 1,500 and 1,400 yen each, which is like about half the price of their original list price. So definitely had to pick those up. And then this one is the pink version of Nippako. I actually have the blue version already, and I don't think there's really any difference aside from the color. And they're going to be painted anyway, so not that much difference. But this one was also pretty cheap, just 1,980 yen. So like 20 bucks basically, and again usually new they go for around 30, so got those for pretty good prices. Alright, and then finally we have tools and decals, which is kind of what I got the most of here. So I got these set of the Finish Master Extra Fine and the Finish Master R. These are sort of like these tools for cleaning up panel lines. You can see noted here on the front, they're kind of especially used for like cleaning up lines for like figure painting, for like around the eyes and stuff, you know, like the super fine lines, and you use these just to clean up your panel lines or clean up your brush painting for like getting really super fine lines. So they're kind of like Q-tips in a way, with just these replaceable. You have like a plastic stick in here from Gaia Notes, and then it just got these like replaceable tips in there. So I've been wanting to try them out, so I didn't know which would be better, the larger size or the smaller size, so I figure let's get both and try them, see which one I like more. Got some brass rod. This is just a pack of 3 long, 3mm thick brass rods, which are very useful for just sticking a kit up on a base. You guys have seen me do that on a few kits here in the past, so just got some more of that for doing those builds. Got a couple of Gaia Notes brushes here as well. One is just the flat brush, and this one is a set of 3 brushes in 3 different sizes. There's a 1, a 00, and a 10-0 kit here. So some fine point tip brushes there. So just a couple of nice new brushes, and then it's all just water slide decals after that. So you got some black numbers and some logos here. These are from HIQ. Got some just regular caution markings. These are in dark gray. I don't think that I had a set of these in dark gray. And then a couple of smaller sets here in gray orange, white and gray, and white and gray. But these are different styles there. So it's kind of standard HIQ decals there. These are pretty interesting. These are new as far as I can tell, from Vertex, Pooh's Modeling Works. So let's see, well here, that's not right, this one. So just some really cool markings that seem like these would be really good for like Machine and Krieger kits especially. So some really nice markings there. So those were in black, red, and white, so I just got a set of each in black, red, and white for those. These are just some markings. I've used some of these. I have this set in black, but I didn't have it in white, so I figured I'd pick up this set in white for some just a kind of script kanji logos there. Got a couple of Gundam decals. I actually picked these up while we were there at the Gundam base. So these are for the Master Grade Zeta version 2.0, and these are just for the Master Grade Zeta, or just kind of the Zeta in general. But these just have a lot of really nice, just kind of standard caution markings that could be used for kind of pretty much anything, just generic stuff. They do have some really cool Zeta logos on there as well, and the Zeta logos as well, I think you can use for like a lot of different things. As long as it's like a Zeta variant, you can pretty much use just like the Z logo and the AUG logos there. So some pretty just kind of useful generic logos for a lot of those. And then this one, 100 scale logos here, or all the markings for the CeraV Gundam, which I have, and I have it all kind of, or mostly all prepped, ready for painting. So I need to do a little bit more prep work on that, but I needed a set of decals for it, so pick those up there as well. And the last two here, these are more from Vertex. These are just kind of just generic markings, but available in black, yellow, red and white, black and white, and then just some little markings down there in white, black, and red there as well. And last but not least, the waterslide marks for Ultimate Nippako. I got the Nippako, so I figure I need to do like a Nippako kit to go along with the minimum factory kit there. So I'm gonna need some Nippako markings to put on the kit. So here we are, got some of these Ultimate Nippako. There's two different sets. The other one's a little bit too kind of over the top for me. This one I think is more useful, at least for the kind of work that I'm gonna want to do for this. So there you go. There is everything that I got. So I know how you guys love the anime girl kits, but don't worry, there'll still be plenty of robot building here, of course, on my channel primarily. It's just that while I'm in Japan, I'm always thinking like, oh, Gunpla, I really don't need any more Gunpla, because I have everything here already. So Gunpla is usually not something that I usually typically buy a lot of while I'm in Japan. It's just kind of just a little bit more hard to find things, and just things that I maybe was looking for. It's just kind of not the normal things you can find pretty much anywhere, and you can find them there for really cheap prices like the stuff that I got here, and then just stocking up on decals, tools, supplies, paints, things like that. So got some cool stuff here and got plenty of motivation to get to work on some of this stuff. So plenty to work on, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.